Hi guys, and how are you? And welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about these components that you might see. So, this is a model for a guy and all this good stuff, and you know he's mapped to all the bones because of the last tutorial, and that's how we move him around. But the animator component is what actually moves him. That's what gives him his walking down the stairs or something like that. Moving. Now, you're thinking, what's this root motion? Well, root motion is what you can use to drive the player movement. You can actually have no scripting to tell it what direction to go in, but you can tell the animator, hey, here's the animation for forward. If he's got root motion, he will move forward at the exact way that the animation is done in your 3D modeling program, which they've got a window called animator, okay, and it takes parameters, but it's not really something that I would use for animations, a primitive one, like this guy maybe going up and down, yes, but beyond that, no, it's not up to par for like a huge complex scene like you want him to go over and slap another guy. Not really made for that. But if you wanted a platform to animate like up and down, or a doorway, yeah, you could do that very easily using the animator component. And then we got this component rigid body, which you've seen before, but I don't know if you really know the use of this. Now, in Unity, okay, we have rigid bodies, but we also have this other thing, and it's this green thing right here. This is actually this right here. This capsule collider is what's keeping this guy on the ground. Because if we don't have it, and we hit play, he will actually fall through the floor. He's nowhere to be found now. Okay? Which this is mouse wheel. Okay? And then you right click and you get this little eyeball thing. And then you can move it this way. No biggie. And then if you want to do like move like this, no. This is the middle mouse wheel. This is what I use a lot. And any changes that you make in the inspector, like right now, because it's playing, will not be saved. Like when I hit unclick, oh, there he is, and then the ridiculous play again. Now, there is a way where you can see when it's playing or not. You go to Project, Editor, I believe. Well. Oh well. I don't know what it is right offhand. I have to look again. But there is a way to do it. Now, let's get back to this. Okay. And we'll put this capsule collider back on. Okay. And because the physics engine itself is saying, hey, this is a solid object. This is no different than just going and going, hey, 3D object, we want a cube. Boom. Which the cube always ends up being. Oh, and Unity 3D, their primitives, the origin, the center of it, is actually in the center of the model, which is completely useless sometimes. But when you model something like this, you'll put the what we call origin right here, which is basically the center. That would be considered the origin. Put it down here, like right at his feet, so that way when you drag him in, like he goes like this, not Hey, Unity, give me a game object. Blah. 3D. Cube. Oh, now it's going to call me a liar. But, yeah, that's how it works. So, we understand what this is here for now. When you go do this, you're going to have to center them up. Use the X, Y, and Z, which we really haven't talked about. These are floats, what we call floats. Float values. That's why you get the 0.68. That's a float. Now, there's also called an integer, which is a whole number. It'll always be a whole number. Okay? And these are all floats. So in script, you could actually put this in script if you wanted to. Just like this. But this physical material, that will actually be for bounciness. If you want like a tire that bounces like crazy, you can make a physics material. Just go create physics material. There's a 2D and then there's a 3D version. You want the 3D version for this one. And you'll go new, name it whatever. Now dynamic friction. And then static friction. And then, oh, guess what? Bounciness. Let's just put it, I want it higher than that, but yeah. Dynamic friction. The 1. Okay, let's see what this actually does. Put him, hey, whatever. Let's do bouncy material. Let's give him like a really, really big mass. Really, really heavy. Okay, now it goes all weird. Let's do 5,000. Let's see if we can get some bounce out of this guy. And then we go. Oh, that just wasn't very entertaining, was it? Bling, 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 bling. Sweet. Now we have a physics material that will do bounce. Bounce. Maximum. Yes. Let's do maximum. I don't know. I just like messing with stuff. That's sweet, right? And we did this entirely without scripting. Okay? And you can play with this stuff. You know, that's how you learn. And we've got this cool little guy who jumps. And jump. And jump. That's sweet, right? But, yeah, that's what this guy's for. But here's the thing. If you do a trigger, the only time triggers work is when there's another collider or something of that nature. Now, if you use what we call rays, you don't want to use this. But if you raycast, you must have a rigid body. It can be what we call kinematic, which ignores the physics engine entirely, I believe, like this. Okay, he no longer bounces. But if we uncheck it, you start bouncing again. And that's basically the tutorial. I wanted to introduce you guys to a few concepts and, you know, let you guys understand what rigid bodies and game objects and their relationships are for and how hierarchies work. That should be pretty useful for you guys to get started. And, you know, you can have a cool bouncing character like this. So, take her easy, guys, and I hope this helps you. And like, subscribe, or comment if you'd like to understand something different that's not too far away from this. Nothing advanced, because we're trying to learn. But I'll see you guys.